Hello, thank you for joining me today. Welcome to Elika Organic Skincare's webinar, Hormonal Imbalances, Symptoms, Causes, and Treatments. I'm just going to take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Jessica Heron. I'm the National Educator with Elika Organic Skincare and Pure Spa Organics. And in today's webinar, we're going to discuss what is hormonal imbalance, what is the definition of hormonal imbalance, and also, what are the causes of hormonal imbalances? What are some of those conditions that cause hormonal imbalance? Also, what are the different types of hormonal imbalances? Learning how to differentiate between the different types of hormonal imbalances. Also, what do the symptoms look like of hormonal imbalances? Taking a look at what are some of those common symptoms that you can utilize to identify what the skin conditions look like from hormonal imbalances. And also, what are phytoestrogens? Phytoestrogens, plant estrogens. Also, how do our phytoestrogens act in the body and in the skin as well? How to treat skin problems caused by hormonal imbalances. What are some of the solutions that you can utilize for your treatments in order to treat problems associated with hormonal imbalances? And then we'll also take a look at the products that are available from Elika that contain phytoestrogens, and also take a look at the herbs and what the effects of those herbs are. We'll also have a live demonstration of Elika's phytoestrogen facial treatment as well today, and that will follow the PowerPoint presentation. All right, so let's take a look at what is hormonal imbalance. Hormones are present in only tiny amounts, and hormones have a very profound effect on our everyday health and also our well-being. They act on every cell of our body. There are individual and interactive effects. Because of these interactions, they are able to trigger multiple body systems. Hormonal imbalance is a heightened reaction to abnormal function of hormonal activity in the body. It occurs in almost all women, especially in older women. During the premenstrual cycle of even a premature or mature women, and then also during their menopausal stage as well. So these types of hormonal imbalances can occur in almost all women, but mostly during the times of a premenstrual symptom or also during menopausal stages or at that age. Skin problems are an effect of hormonal imbalance as well. And as we age, the skin changes. Especially in older women, they will experience dryness, particularly from the neck down, and even oiliness from the neck up. There's also wrinkles, lack of elasticity that form. Because of that lack of elasticity, wrinkles will form. Also, age spots or sun damage becomes more dominant. Also, bruising is also another common symptom that can be a sign, especially on the arm area of hormonal imbalances. Younger women may experience breakouts or periodical acne spots, or even red spots or blotchy skin on the face, also on the scalp, maybe even the chest and the upper back as well. Often, there's unusual hair growth. Thinning hair loss and also loss of hair can accompany these symptoms as well. So let's take a look at some of the types of hormonal imbalances. We're going to take a look at a few of them. First, the estrogen imbalance, a decrease in estrogen as we age. And what is estrogen? Estrogen is produced in a woman's ovaries. They are released by the follicles on the ovaries and then are secreted after the egg in the ovary has been released from the follicle and from the placenta. These estrogens play a role in the estrous cycle. This is the period of fertility for women and females. Also, insulin imbalance is a condition in which the cells of the body become resistant to the hormone insulin. And so what is insulin? Insulin is an essential hormone that has many actions, and most actions are directed at metabolism, like the control of carbohydrates such as sugars and starches, also lipids, which are fats, and also proteins. Insulin also regulates the functions of the body's cells, including their growth. Insulin is critical for the body's use of glucose and turning it into energy. There's also thyroid imbalance. Thyroid imbalance Any benign or malignant condition that affects the structure or function of the thyroid gland, such as hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism. Thyroid gland hormones can affect food metabolism as well. They also affect mood and can also affect your sex drive or sexual function. So when the thyroid produces too much, which is hyperthyroidism, the body uses energy faster than it should. And when the thyroid gland doesn't produce enough, the body uses energy at a slower pace than it should, which is hypothyroidism. So we're going to take a look at all three of these types of hormonal imbalances, the symptoms, and also kind of the causes, of course, and then what the skin condition symptoms can look like. So we'll take a look first at estrogen imbalance. Okay, so estrogen. Estrogen is produced in the female bodies and the ovaries. Chief among these hormones are estrogens, progesterones, and also testosterones. Ovarian decline results in a decrease in estrogen, and as women age, this estrogen declines. A natural process as we enter our perimenopausal stage, which can be 35 and the age of 35 plus, and the menopause age, which is generally averages around the age of 51. Androgen hormones, which is the male hormone, may not decrease at the same rate, and androgens can stimulate the enlargement of our sebaceous glands. An excess of activity of an androgen hormone encourages sebum or oil production. It also can cause hair loss on the head and also unwanted hair growth in unwanted areas as well. The androgen stimulates the enlargement of the sebaceous glands, giving way to the production and secretion of sebum or oil, which is the oily substance in our skin. Estrogen induces collagen and elastin production. So estrogen is imperative in order to produce a collagen synthesis, but also that in turn helps to support our elasticity functions in the skin, keeping it firmer and lifted and tightened much longer. And also when we're younger, we tend to have healthier levels of estrogen, especially in the adolescent age. And typically we don't have this estrogen imbalance, so we have a firmer, stronger skin because we have healthier amounts of collagen that are being produced. The loss of estrogen results in a lack of tone and elasticity and can also increase wrinkle formation. We also experience thinner skin. The skin gets thinner. It also gets drier, also flakier, and less youthful looking, which, of course, is commonly called premature signs of aging, or a condition we normally call premature aging. And as the skin looks older, and it can also cause the skin to look older than the age of that maybe the woman would normally indicate. So it can, of course, make us look a little older than we might normally really be. And collagen loss is highest at the beginning of menopause, when the estrogen level, of course, is decreasing. So let's take a look at some of these symptoms of estrogen imbalance, some of the skin problems that are normally sort of common during this time in the life of the perimenopausal, menopausal stages. Sometimes breakouts are associated with this estrogen imbalance, especially on the lower area parts of the facial area, like below the nose area, around the chin area, around the jawline, and sometimes even around the mouth. Those will be some typical areas where you'll notice more breakouts are associated with hormonal imbalance. In skin mapping or Chinese skin mapping or physiognomy, the chin area represents the female reproductive system. So typically you'll notice that's where most of the breakout sometimes is occurring. Also lack of tone and elasticity, as we mentioned in the prior slide. Also hair growth on the face and body, some unwanted hair growth in unwanted areas. And also hair thinning can happen on the scalp as well. Thinning and also loss of hair. Some other symptoms can be PMS, premenstrual syndrome, where it's more affecting our mood, and it can also affect different things in the body, like weight problems. Sometimes, mood swings, in our emotions that, could be positive and negative. and then also a diminished sex drive, so a lower libido. Also hot flashes and night sweats. Those are some other symptoms that are very common. And also fatigue, getting tired faster. Sometimes it's insomnia, where at night when it's time to go to bed, they're just not at that time able to fall asleep as easily as you used to. And then also loss of short-term memory. There's a lack of memory short-term. So those are some of the common symptoms that will normally can be associated with estrogen imbalance. So remembering some of these symptoms will help you with identifying what type of hormonal imbalance that you're dealing with. Okay, so let's take a look at the insulin imbalance. So research suggests that a carbohydrate-rich diet results in an insulin imbalance. High blood sugar level causes the pancreas to produce more insulin, and insulin, along with glucose, can trigger the release of the male hormone androgen. And as we know, the androgen hormone stimulates oil or sebum production of the sebaceous glands where oil is produced, which leads to more clogged pores and can lead to infection. Acne bacteria feeds off oil, so it's like a feeding ground for the acne bacteria. So as we start to stimulate more oil production, then the bacteria can cause clogged pores, pimples and pustules, and may even lead to infection. Insulin imbalance can also lead to diabetes, a disease that is related to insulin imbalance. Also, some other skin conditions that are common are acanthosis nigricans, which is a cosmetic condition strongly associated with insulin resistance, in which the skin darkens and thickens in increased area. So for like example, in the neck, around the armpits, and on the groin. Typically, the lower half of the body is typically where you'll notice it becoming more dominant, darker, thickened areas of skin in those areas of the body. We were mentioning this in the hyperpigmentation webinar. That was last month. So if you haven't been able to watch the hyperpigmentation webinar, we do discuss this type of hyperpigmentation related to insulin imbalance as well as part of hyperpigmentation conditions. So you can also find that webinar on YouTube, Ilika Organic Skincare Hyperpigmentation Webinar Symptoms, Causes, and Treatments is another really good webinar to take a look at as well, where we talk about the same subject. Skin tags is another common skin condition that's related to insulin imbalance and can also occur more frequently in patients with an insulin resistance. A skin tag is a common or a benign condition where a bit of skin projects from the surrounding skin. And this can be very common, especially in darker skin tones. Polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's a common hormonal problem which affects menstruating women. So during a time in a woman's life when they're still menstruating. It is associated with irregular periods or sometimes no periods at all. It can also be associated with obesity and increased body hair and a male pattern of distribution called hirsutism. So for example, like around the upper lip, a mustache, sideburns, beard, or during the mid-chest and the central belly area are some common areas where you'll notice increased body hair patterns, like a male pattern. And also polycystic ovarian system is associated with mass-like cysts that form on the ovaries. And you can usually see those in an ultrasound. A lot of times if a woman is experiencing irregular periods or no periods at all, it can be sometimes associated with this syndrome. So that can be a common symptom to look out for, which helps you sort of associate it with this type of hormonal imbalance. Insulin is an anabolic hormone which promotes growth. So patients that are experiencing this type of insulin imbalance may also actually grow larger with a noticeable coarsening of features, sort of male-like as well. So some other symptoms of insulin imbalance, especially associated with skin problems, would look like the acanthosis nigricans, which are the velvety type of hyperpigmentation, especially in the armpit area and legs, as we mentioned, and also on the neck. The skin tags that we were just mentioning earlier in the earlier slide, and also some breakout problems, some acne problems may be associated with the insulin imbalance as well, because it's also a symptom that can increase the androgen male hormone, could be associated with acne and breakouts as well, because the body is producing more oils at that time. And so some other symptoms may include lower high blood sugar because of the irregularity in regulation of the blood sugar, abnormal blood cholesterol, increase in abdominal fat, so weight gain, fatigue, and also increased hunger as well. A lot of times, of course, in an insulin imbalance type of a client, they are experiencing, if their diet is very high in carbohydrates, our body turns that into sugar. And so it can also lead into a higher risk of becoming diabetic. And of course, when our body produces more of that sugar, we actually have an increased appetite, and that makes the problem even worse. Also, the sugar craving, as I was just mentioning. Poor circulation to the extremities, and also people who have the diabetic disease are also noticing very poor circulation in the digits, like the fingers and the toes. And it can also become sort of a dangerous problem in possibly at risk of losing limbs. Also the polycystic ovarian syndrome, which we just discussed. Okay, thyroid imbalance. So another cause of hormonal imbalance is abnormal thyroid activity. If the thyroid, and of course the thyroid regulates our metabolism. Hypothyroidism is an underactive thyroid gland, and it is the term used to describe a condition in which there is a reduced level of thyroid hormone, thyroxine, in the body. When it's hyperthyroidism, we're producing too much. Also, hypothyroidism results from the thyroid gland being unable to make enough thyroxine, which causes many of the body's functions to slow down. Hypothyroidism may also occur if there is not enough thyroid gland left to make thyroxine. After surgical removal or injury can be another time when this condition could occur. So if the thyroid production lowers from normal levels, the result can also be very dry skin, also brittle hair and nails, and also skin sluggishness, like a really devitalized look to the skin. So in contrast to the hypothyroidism, if you have hyperthyroidism, you are making too much of the thyroxine, which we were just mentioning, and this causes many of the body's functions to speed up. So we're basically going to be taking a look at some of these skin problems that are associated with the symptoms of thyroid imbalance, which include the dry skin that we were mentioning, sort of that brittle hair and nails, like weak nails, and also when they're brittle, they become weak, they break off easily. The sluggish skin, the devitalized, kind of maybe more sallowish looking skin. So other symptoms associated with thyroid imbalance could include weight gain as well, inability to lose weight because the thyroid is not regulating the metabolism properly. And that would be the symptom associated with hypothyroidism. Hyperthyroidism, when the thyroid gland is overactive, the client may not be able to actually gain weight. So it's completely the opposite because everything is speeding up. Menstrual irregularities as well can be associated, decreased sweating, cold hands and feet, so also that's poor circulation, and depression can be associated with thyroid imbalance as well. And also fatigue, being tired a lot more often and abnormally, and also a low libido, slower sex drive. So we're going to take a look at phytoestrogens. And what are phytoestrogens? Some skin problems that are caused by hormonal imbalances are often misdiagnosed. For example, like acne conditions or dry skin conditions. And therefore, because of that, can result in mistreatment. So it's very helpful to learn about the different types of symptoms that we were just talking about between the 3 different types of hormonal imbalances, which are usually the most common, in order to correctly identify the problem and be able to treat it at its original source. So these are some of the symptoms that we were just discussing will be able to lead you in the right direction. So phytoestrogens are naturally occurring or plant estrogens. They're chemical molecules produced by plants that act like estrogens in the human and in animal cells. They mimic and supplement the body's own estrogen hormones and affect our nutritional system. They regulate cholesterol and maintain proper bone density post-menopause. So they're very important. They actually really help us regulate our hormonal imbalance. They're essential for the body's collagen production. And collagen is a protein that combines with keratin and elastin to make your skin strong and elastic, as we were discussing much earlier. As you age, the production of collagen in your body can slow down. So that directly affects the elasticity of the skin, and wrinkle formation is more dominant, and of course, premature signs of aging are more dominant at that point. High levels of exposure to synthetic estrogen have been linked to the development of breast cancer. So this is basically like a fake estrogen. It's not a natural form of estrogen. It's a lab-made estrogen. Studies indicate that phytoestrogen supplements have no side effects at all. So they're actually, in turn, more effective and safer. Specific health benefits can include reduction in breast, bowel, and prostate cancer, decreased cardiovascular disease risks, and possible protection against osteoporosis and menopausal symptoms. So there are many different health benefits to phytoestrogens, and a much safer and an alternative to the synthetic estrogen. They provide antioxidants that decrease the signs of aging as well. So, where do phytoestrogens kind of come from? And like, how did they, in research, how are they able to find out how these phytoestrogens have a positive effect? So a little bit of history about the discovery and the research of phytoestrogens. There were early animal breeders that noticed that if animals like bulls, stallions, or horses and bucks would graze on alfalfa and clover fields, they did not want to mate even if the female preened herself. So as soon as they were shepherded to grass pastures, the desire to mate actually returned after grazing on the phytoestrogen fields like clover fields and alfalfa. Vegetable estrogen was first isolated in 1933, and since then there have been numerous publications on the topic. So by 1950, herbal estrogen had been found in more than 100 different plants, including soy, lentils, chickpeas, flax, clovers, and also grapes. In the years 1982 to 1983, scientists at the College of Veterinary Medicine further researched the above described fertility disturbances and then published studies about herbal estrogens. And also in the 1997 issue of Annuals of Medicine, it describes the phytoestrogen content of a number of different plants. And it also mentions that diets with these may correct testosterone or masculine estrogen, and estrogen, which is the feminine estrogen processes. So as an effect, the number of breast, prostate, and uterine cancers decreased, as well as the risk for cancer of the digestive system. So the symptoms of menopause also decreased, as well as hot flashes, dryness of the female reproductive area, mood swings, and also a decreased libido. So furthermore, phytoestrogens were seen to strengthen your immune system, have an antiviral effect. It also can prevent heart disease. It also assists with decreasing the cholesterol level, cures irritated, acne skin, and making it more youthful and firm. It increases surface and deep layer hydration, and also cell regeneration and improved capillary circulation. So there's actual studies that have shown the very positive effects of phytoestrogens. All right. So how do phytoestrogens actually act in our bodies and in our skin? Phytoestrogens offer ways to stay safe and healthy versus synthetic hormone therapies, as long as we respect them and use our knowledge and wisdom to treat with phytoestrogens properly. Evidence suggests that they help balance hormone levels throughout the body, as we just discussed. Taken internally, hormone balancing can improve our mood. Also, other studies have shown that, so for example, like in countries like Japan, where the diet is very rich in soybeans, which is a natural phytoestrogen, women usually have high phytoestrogen intake in their diet because of the soy. This is a link to finding that menopausal problems are uncommon in Japan. Also, similar studies have been shown in Chinese women, other Asian countries that are very high in soy intake. And also, many plants that contain phytoestrogens in their natural form. They are a part of a very healthy diet, And also, if you are considering taking supplements that are phytoestrogen supplements internally, should always recommend to seek medical advice from a physician, just to be on the safe side. Because when you're taking something internally or recommending it to your clients, that they actually seek the advice of a doctor, or even a homeopathic or a naturopath technician can also be very effective. Also, applied externally and absorbed into the skin, skin conditions caused by hormonal levels can be treated at its source, so they're more effective. Phytoestrogens in low doses have the same effects as estrogens, while in very high doses they block the effects of estrogen hormones. They also may affect the production and the breakdown of estrogen in the body, as well as the amount of estrogen carried by the bloodstream. They affect the communication between cells, resulting in lower cholesterol levels, and prevent the formation of blood vessels to tumors, and thus prevent heart disease, which is a very common and very concerning disease during the menopausal age and stage of a woman's life. So these phytoestrogens can be very effective for helping to prevent against some of the disorders that are associated with the hormonal imbalance. So how do we treat skin problems caused by hormonal imbalances? Keratinocytes, Langerhans cells, melanocytes, sebaceous glands, collagen content, and the synthesis of hyaluronic acid are all under control or under hormonal influence. Topical application of phytoestrogens has a very positive effect on skin aging. And a little bit of the estrogen does get in the bloodstream, especially because of the skin acts as a sponge. So we're really absorbing everything that we put on top of our skin. And then what isn't used by the skin does enter the bloodstream and enters the internal organs. So it can have a positive effect externally and internally as well. Studies have shown they have a positive influence of systemic hormone replacement therapy on skin aging. So I was talking about can help with internal systemic hormone therapy as well. Phytoestrogens have also reduced and reversed menopausal hair loss in women, and have also been positively effective for unwanted hair growth in those unwanted areas as well. It's also proven to help preserve the skin's collagen content and its elastic properties while aiding the maintenance of skin thickness. So it's going to have a positive effect on wrinkles and fine lines, and also loose and sagging skin. A good example is studies have shown that soy increases skin thickness at a 3% concentration, up to 7% in 2 months and 11.2% in 3 months. This is huge. So regular application of a topical phytoestrogen will furthermore increase and have a positive effect on increasing the skin thickness and its tightening and firming and elasticity. Soy has been proven to improve hydration, smoothness, and also firmness. Phytoestrogens fight symptoms associated with photo-induced aging by preventing breakdown of the skin's natural structure support. So it helps to increase the synthesis of collagen, and it promotes skin hydrating, such as hyaluronic acid. So it's helping to increase the skin's ability to stay hydrated, such as hyaluronic acid, which is a natural substance in our skin that keeps us hydrated and helps to bind moisture molecules to the skin. So overall, we learned that phytoestrogens have a very positive effect on our skin, and they will also be a solution to help you with addressing many of the symptoms that we just overviewed associated with estrogen imbalance, insulin imbalance, and also thyroid imbalances. So let's take a look at some of the herbs that are used in the Alike products, a part of our phytoestrogen line. Such herbs that are very high in amounts of phytoestrogen content include red clovers, hops, and this picture is on the bottom of the slides of those two herbs, flaxseed oils, which are also commonly taken internally as a phytoestrogen supplement, and yucca, the yucca plant, which is very similar to a desert-like plant, or the aloe plant, very similar, and has lots of hydrating properties in it as well. Fenugreek, which is another phytoestrogen that's a fatty oil, And grapeseed, of course, the seed within the grape, contains high amounts of phytoestrogens and also very strong antioxidant properties. Soy, also we were talking a little bit about soy-rich diets that can help to increase the estrogen balance in the body, like the Asian countries we were mentioning. Paprika is also a common vegetable that we use in cooking quite a bit, so that can also be a source of internal, eating something that has the estrogen content or phytoestrogen content to help increase our estrogen levels inside the body. Linseed, also tomatoes, and of course are packed full of antioxidants, as well as grapes, and also nettle. These plants also contain very large amounts of isoflavonoids, which are antioxidants, as well as carotene and vitamin E, also known as antioxidants, that help to protect our cells against free radical damage and pollutants and toxins, and also have reproductive hormones. So it can help to increase our sex drive as well. The effects overall help to balance hormone levels, also stimulate collagen production, helping to tighten and elasticize the skin, so helping to build elasticity, also lifting, firming, and tightening the skin. What I like to say about these products in our phytoestrogen line from Ilica is that these are some of the most lifting, the most firming, and the most tightening products in the line. And they really give instant and immediate results. They also hydrate the skin and also stimulate blood and lymphatic flow with paprika. So paprika is also a source of estrogen that can help in detoxification as well. And also, of course, to help in rejuvenating the skin. So let's take a look at the skin types that we're addressing with this line. We are going to address skin types that include, of course, hormonal imbalances, especially in the discussion that we had earlier with differentiating between the different types of the most common type forms of hormonal imbalances, menopausal and also perimenopausal, and that hormonal imbalances could also include the insulin and the thyroid imbalance, also loose skin, adult acne with periodical breakouts associated with the overproduction of the sebaceous activity, especially in those conditions like the estrogen imbalance and the insulin imbalance that produce more of the male androgen hormone, which directly affects the sebaceous activity, increasing the oil in the skin, and is associated with feeding oil, which, of course, the oil feeds bacteria and then can in turn cause breakouts and periodical acne. So the products would include our phytoestrogen line, which would be 3 products that are sort of, in that phytoestrogen family. We're going to list other products that are associated with the phytoestrogen category that may not have phytoestrogen in their title, but these will be the products that you will be able to know that have a plant's estrogen content in them, even though they don't say phytoestrogen mask or serum or moisturizer, etc. You will be able to take note of these products that contain the plant or the phytoestrogens. So beginning with the phytoestrogen gel mask, this is a gel-based product that contains, and the phytoestrogen line contains a series of plant estrogens like clover, flaxseed, and yucca, hops, and also paprika. And I would say that these 3 products in this phytoestrogen line contain the highest amount and the most of those phytoestrogen combination of those herbs. So you will really see a very instant lifting, tightening effect. The mask is a treatment mask that's used once or twice a week. It's a weekly treatment, and if you exfoliate before the mask, will help to increase the effectiveness of the mask. When you exfoliate prior to the treatment mask, you are able to remove dead skin cells and sort of open up a path for deeper absorption and penetration of the mask. So when I recommend the product at home, I'll usually suggest an exfoliator to go along with it, so that way they can exfoliate ahead before they do the mask. They would leave it on, and you in treatment can leave it on too as well. And we'll show this in the demonstration of the phytoestrogen facial, anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes for the best effects. But if you don't have that much time in your facial treatment, at least 10 minutes would be the best. So that way, anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes, so you still get an absorption of the nutrients from the product. It is a slightly stimulating product because of the paprika content. So just be, fair warning that You might want to let your client know before applying the mask that it is going to feel stimulating and tingly slightly. It is a slight stimulation. It's not an intense stimulation, but they will sometimes feel that, and they might get a little bit reddened or a little bit maybe flushed from the product. Okay, also the serum, there's the phytoestrogen serum, which contains a liposome molecule, which aids in the active nutrient penetration of the serum, and all of the phytoestrogen content of the serum will deliver quicker into the skin because of the liposome molecule. So this is a daily treatment serum that you would apply twice a day, both morning and at night, underneath your moisturizer. Now, say there is a lot of oil being produced, at this stage of the hormonal imbalance. What you can do with the serum is you can actually substitute the moisturizer with the serum for more of an oil-free hydration and eliminate the moisturizing step, especially if it's a hotter, more humid climate, and then they also have the oily skin associated with their hormonal imbalance. Then you can substitute the serum for the moisturizer. Now, the phytoestrogen moisturizer is a very regular medium textured moisturizer. Our moisturizers have 3 different types of textures. We have whips, regular, and rich. And this is going to be sort of your intermediate moisturizer, which is ideal for a more drier or a somewhat dry but dehydrated skin type, and also will have a very lifting and tightening and firming benefit. There is a slight amount of paprika in both the serum and the moisturizer, as well as the mask, but there is not as much tingling associated with the serum and the moisturizer. Some skin types may feel it, especially if they're sensitive. So I wouldn't recommend these particular products for your sensitive client. You might want to supplement other phytoestrogen products that we're going to talk about for these ones, because these tend to have a little bit more stimulation. So the exfoliating washes. Our exfoliating washes, both the mineral and the nettle exfoliating wash, contain flaxseed. And as we learned, nettle is a part of that phytoestrogen family as well. Our mineral exfoliating wash contains oil-absorbing properties like ichthymol. Ichthymol is a key ingredient that is a drying salve to help purge oil and bacteria from the skin. And it will also have soothing and calming benefits with the lavender ingredient that is in the exfoliating wash. Both washes are an alkaline wash. Their pH ranges between a 9.5 to a 10.5. So what I recommend is that you follow with more of an acidic toner to balance the skin's pH. Most of our toners have an acidic pH, or all of them do. The ones that contain the most acidity are our rosehip toner, our rose petal toner, and our blackthorn toner. So those are some of the ones that would be the best to follow these cleansers with. And I would recommend the mineral exfoliating wash for somewhat an oilier skin, problematic seborrhea, rosacea, or even dermatitis-prone skin. The nettle exfoliating wash has more hydrating properties. The nettle plant not only contains hydrating and phytoestrogen properties, but also very antioxidant boosting properties. This one would be more addressed towards dry, dehydrated, also environmentally stressed skin, and a premature client maybe, or even mature client that is associated with more of a hydration level that's dry or dehydrated. There's also some brightening properties in the nettle exfoliating wash containing the lemon ingredient, which will assist with hyperpigmentation problems. So if you have anybody that's in their menopausal stage or the later menopausal stages that are experiencing sun damage, this can be a really wonderful cleanser to help address those problems. Okay. So the next product would be our new Grape Stem Cell Solutions line, including the Grape Stem Solutions Cleansing Milk. And within all of these products in this category, the key ingredients contained are grape skins, grape pulp, grape seed, and also the grape stem cell. This line utilizes the grape stem cell technology. Stem cells are one of the most important cells in the body. And the Grape Stem Cell Solutions line uses a unique stem cell cultivation, cultivating our stem cells from the premature grape. And at that time, at the premature phase of the grape, before it becomes an older, wounded adult grape, the probability for repair and regeneration is higher at this time of the stage of the younger life of the grape. Also, the antioxidant content is much higher. We are also inducing our grape stem cell to overproduce antioxidants. So in our clinical studies, in our research, when formulating this product line, we have found that this is a very fast-acting product line that acts within 15 minutes of the application. It can double the antioxidant protection over 124%, and it is long-lasting. After the first application, it is active up to 6 hours in the skin. And it's a full, complete line from head to toe, starting with a cleansing milk, a toner, a polishing scrub for exfoliating dead skin cells, and that has crushed ground grape seeds. Also the grape stem cell solution serum, and also our moisturizer, which is a regular texture, a rich moisturizer, and a body lotion. There should also be a mask listed here as well, a gel mask, so you might want to make note of that. The exfoliator, the polishing scrub, and the mask are weekly products that are applied once or twice a week. The other products are your daily products, a part of your daily regime. These are wonderful, amazing products. They have the ability to promote antioxidant benefits, protecting against UV damage. They can also regenerate and repair and reawaken dormant skin cells and act as younger stem cells to increase rejuvenation and repair. It also will help to slow the aging process. It reduces the appearance of lines and wrinkles and firms and tightens and lifts the skin instant and immediately. And you will see a progression over time of using this product of a definite instant immediate result, and also, of course, over time, an improvement in correcting premature signs of aging. We also have a body wrap. I should probably mention that too. That's not listed there. There's a professional body wrap for the Grape Stem Cell Solutions line that you can do a body treatment with as well. We have an eye product called fenugreek gel for wrinkles. And the fenugreek, of course, is a fatty oil. It's also combined with potato. And potato is a wonderful plumping ingredient. And you'll get a really nice tightening and elasticizing effect. This is a liposome gel molecule eye cream that comes in a tube for retail, and it comes in a pump for back bar. But the product overall is wonderful for addressing wrinkles and lines and loose and flaccid wrinkled skin. And it's also great for oily skin problems. So it really gives awesome texture to associate it with, or to help with not disrupting the sebaceous activity because it's a gel form. The Skin Power Serum. The Skin Power Serum has flaxseed, which is vitamin F, and of course has tightening and elasticizing and anti-wrinkle properties. This is a wonderful liposome gel molecule, which is also considered a very light oil, and it's wonderful because it's a multifunctional oil. You can use it for hydrating and also tightening and firming and anti-wrinkle properties, but you could also use it on the body for cuticles and also for your hair. It's a wonderful product to use to correct dry split ends on the ends of the hair and promote more shine and suppleness, shine to the hair and suppleness back to the skin. This is a wonderful, beautiful oil. There's also the Keratin Massage Cream, which is a professional product that contains flaxseed. And the flaxseed in the Keratin Massage Cream is, of course, going to promote hormone balancing effects, helping to lift and tighten and firm, has anti-wrinkle properties. The massage cream has beautiful aromatherapy properties as well, like lavender and calendula. And the lavender and calendula have soothing and calming properties, but also promote anti-stress and relaxation during your massage because of the aromatherapeutic properties. It's a beautiful, clean, slip massage cream. It'll really help and assist with giving a longer massage, but also assist with giving an anti-aging treatment at the same time. The Rich Carrot products, the Rich Carrot mask and the moisturizer. There's two products in the Rich Carrot line. And beginning with the Rich Carrot mask, you have a product that is very hydrating and also very soothing and calming. It's wonderful for very dry, dehydrated, and even sensitive skin associated with hormonal imbalances. Both products contain flaxseed, so there is a tightening and a lifting and an anti-wrinkle benefit. We also recommend the Rich Carrot products to help with dryness and flaking and irritation that could be associated with anyone going through more invasive, stronger treatments, say, for example, like laser treatments or microdermabrasion or even stronger chemical peeling. The mask, of course, is a weekly treatment that's applied once or twice a week. left on for anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes. And then the moisturizer is a daily product and a very rich cream that contains some more emollient, heavier oil to create a thicker cream and a richer experience. We also have our stimulating paprika products that includes a plethora of paprika ingredient of products that you can utilize in your treatments. They also promote detoxification because it stimulates circulation and directly affects the and stimulates lymphatic flow, where in our lymph is where impurities and toxins flow and out of the body. So you have Hungarian paprika gel treatment. This is a professional and a retail product. It is a multifunctional product that you can utilize in conjunction to enhance your treatments by either mixing or layering over the top of a product. What it will do is it provides an oxygenating effect. It is very stimulating. It elevates the body heat and will increase circulation. It provides an oxygenating effect, which also helps with bacteria problems, and especially associated with acne or breakouts. The oxygen-filled environment, bacteria could not live or thrive. So when we oxygenate the skin, we're helping to kill bacteria and actually prevent it from forming. You can also utilize nettle and algae treatment very similar as a customizable treatment that you can blend in with other treatments and masks. But the nettle and algae is a little bit different. It has green cherry peppers versus the Hungarian paprika gel has the red cherry pepper. The nettle and algae contains green cherry peppers and also cinnamon oil and also lemon. There are antioxidant boosting properties. There are hydrating properties in the nettle and algae treatment, and also detoxifying benefits. If you want to create a very hydrating boost for those conditions associated with very dry skin that are associated with hormonal imbalances, like in the thyroid imbalance, there's a lot of dry skin conditions, and even sometimes in the estrogen imbalance. This can help you with helping to promote hormonal balancing, but also to promote hydration and moisture. Nettle is a humectant, and it can also increase the skin's ability to hydrate. Like hyaluronic acid, it binds moisture molecules from the environment to the skin to boost hydration. You also have stimulating paprika massage cream. This is a professional product only. It's even wonderful for people with poor circulation. So especially with the symptom we mentioned in the insulin imbalance, where there might be poor circulation, this can be a great one to help stimulate that blood flow and warm the skin, especially with the symptom we mentioned also with cold fingers and toes. That can help with the thyroid imbalance symptoms. This can be a wonderful cream too to promote hydration and help to correct dryness as well. But it is slightly stimulating, so it'll get warm. There's also the stimulating cellulite treatment, which is actually now, called the invigorating cellulite treatment. And that is a treatment that we use to correct cellulite problems. And it also helps to detox the cells, the fat cells that have toxins that are congesting the cell environment. And so it'll help to break up those toxins. And with the use of massage, can also help to break up those toxins and reduce the dimpling and the rippling of the skin and help to improve the look of cellulite problems. Also, the circulation revitalizing body lotion is a retail link that goes with the invigorating cellulite treatment. And the cellulite treatment is a spot treatment, whereas the body lotion is as well. So just using it in those areas of concern, like the arms, maybe the legs, the abdomen area, or even the glutes. So those would be some targeted areas. And then it's a body wrap, a professional body wrap that'll help with problems associated with cellulite. And also it's a detoxifying treatment as well. Okay, so today we are going to demonstrate the phytoestrogen facial, utilizing a lot of the products that we were just talking about in that facial treatment. It is a 60-minute treatment. So thank you for paying attention to the PowerPoint presentation. Thank you for sticking with me. And it'll just take a moment to get the camera set up. So the live demonstration is next, and please enjoy the facial demonstration. It'll just take a minute to get set up. I'm just going to put you on pause for just a minute. Okay, everybody, now we're ready to demonstrate the phytoestrogen facial. And the first thing we're going to start with is the cleansing milk. And the cleansing milk, you have two different options in this facial. You can utilize the lemon cleansing milk for an oilier problematic skin, or you can also use the grape stem cell solutions cleansing milk. The cleansing milk from the grape stem cell solutions has more hydrating properties. The lemon will have more oil reducing and toning and tightening properties, but can also address uneven skin color tone and hyperpigmentation. What we're also going to use these for is to remove makeup. So it helps to break through the oils from makeup, also remove impurities, and it will also help to remove the eye makeup. So removing mascara, eyeshadow, brow color, etc. So for my model's skin, we're going to use the lemon cleansing milk, which will be more beneficial. There are some areas of hyperpigmentation across the forehead and across the nose and cheeks, and also to help regulate oil production. So I'm going to use just about 2 to 3 pumps of lotion in my hand. Now, this is about the perfect amount to begin with. If I have to add more, depending on how dehydrated or malnourished the skin is, because sometimes when a client comes in, they may be a little bit malnourished, and it usually absorbs into the skin quite fast. And if you find that happens after the first initial application, you can add a little bit of water to the hands, and you can also add a little bit more cleanser. But I initially apply it directly to dry skin in dry hands, so that way you can break through the makeup a little bit easier and get a thorough cleanse. So we're going to cleanse for about a minute. A little bit of water and a little bit more cleanser. After you have cleansed all areas of the face, simply remove your cleanser with a warm face towel or damp face sponges. We have 2 cleanses in this facial, and the second cleanse we're going to use the nettle exfoliating wash. Again, has hormone balancing properties with nettle and flaxseed, and also some brightening properties as well because of the lemon. And it's going to have a boost of hydration. The nettle exfoliating wash comes in a 4.2 ounce bottle. The cleansing milks come in a little bit larger bottle, an 8.4 ounce. We're going to use about 2 pumps of cleanser to cleanse the décolleté neck and face. Now, if we were cleansing just the neck and face, you could just use 1 pump. You must emulsify this first with water in your hands. And we can also apply steam on top of the wash to increase the exfoliating effects and the softening effects. Just apply a little bit of steam in front of the client, so that way we can increase the softening effects and also start to prep the skin for any extractions that we might do in the facial. You can also use an electric rotating brush to increase the exfoliating and deep cleansing effects of this product as well, using a clarisonic, ultrasonic brushing, or even manual brushing as well is also effective. Cleanse for about anywhere between 1 minute to 3 minutes. This has a really instant hydrating effect and also softening effect that leaves the skin feeling silky and smooth. A really beautiful aromatherapy with this product as well. It smells very refreshing and uplifting, very pleasant. Now be careful with this cleanser. You don't want to get this in the eye, because if this one gets in the eye, it will sting. Our milk cleansers have a pH close to our skin's pH, 4.5 to 5.5. So they're generally very safe for the eye area. That's why we use them around the eyes, and plus because of their oil base, they break through the makeup much easier. Now this product is very alkaline, so if it hits the eye area, it's going to sting. So I always try to remind my clients, and in training, remind you about avoiding the eye area. So once you're finished cleansing, remove this cleanser with a warm, damp face towel or even damp sponges. We will balance the skin's pH with one of our toners, and today we're going to use the rosehip toner. Rosehips are full of vitamin C content, which makes them wonderful with antioxidant properties, tightening and brightening properties, and also the acidity of the toner will help to properly balance the skin's pH after using this very alkaline toner. Alkaline cleanser. There's a few ways you can use your cleanser. It comes in a 4.2 ounce spray bottle. These products are very highly concentrated, so just a small amount is needed. You can simply spray it onto the client's face by instructing her to make sure that the mouth is closed and the eyes are closed. Help her out by covering the eye, and then hold the bottle straight up and down, and then simply press the bottle once, and then twice if necessary, and then simply press that into the skin for a hydrating effect, and also to allow all the product to get pushed into the skin. You may also splash it onto the client's face by simply just cupping your hand and spraying it into your hand, and then pressing that into the skin. You may also do a cleansing step with the toner by using 4x4 aesthetic wipes. You can also use cotton rounds, but this is easier to handle in your hands, and spray it directly onto the cotton pads This will provide a deeper cleanse, especially if the client comes in wearing a lot of makeup or has very impure skin or very oily skin. Give a deeper cleanse. So those are the best ways to utilize the application of our toner step. Okay, the next step is to exfoliate the skin. We recommend that you use the Rolling Face and Body Exfoliator. Because of the paprika that is added into this product, it also provides hormone balancing effects, antibacterial, oxygenating, anti-aging properties, help lift and firm and tighten, and it's also a hydrating exfoliator. It'll also help to remove rough, dry, flaky, dead skin cells, and it also has softening thermal water from the thermal lake in Hungary. It has a softening effect that's really ideal for itching or flaking or dry skin. It has cornmeal, which is crushed cornmeal that provides you with a physical or a mechanical exfoliation. I'm going to use about a teaspoon amount of my rolling face and body, which also, because it says face and body, you can use it on arms and legs and feet and your hands as well. So it is a multifunctional product, as with most of our products. Apply this all over the face. We are going to roll this product and gommage it off the skin. There is a slight stimulation because of the paprika. Then this provides a beautiful softening effect. We want this product to dry and get a little bit sticky or tacky before we roll it and gommage it off the skin. So we're going to let this sit on the skin for a few minutes, but you'll also benefit from the nutrient penetration of the product. It sort of acts as a mask all at the same time. And when you're using it on the body, it will soften the skin with the thermal waters, effectively exfoliate with the cornmeal exfoliation. You'll have hormone balancing benefits from the paprika, lifting and firming and tightening, but also providing some assistance with detoxification as well. So it's a wonderful treatment to use in the body, and especially for the feet, especially used in pedicures. It can be a wonderful softener for calluses on the bottom of the feet. It's wonderful for rough, dry knees and elbows as well. What you want to do in preparation for removing the gommage, or removing the product during the gommage process, is to use facial tissue and stick it behind the neck. And I'm just going to wipe my hands before I do that. You just take 2 pieces of tissue and simply just apply this directly behind the neck. When you gommage the product off, the product will fall onto the tissues, leaving you with a clean sheet behind the neck, so that way it doesn't take so long to remove the product and to clean everything up when you're done. If you would like to assist with this product to get to the right consistency, it must be a little bit stickier or a tacky consistency, you can do some chipotle massage movements, a little bit of petrissage. It'll also help it dry to the right texture. This also stimulates a little bit of circulation, and it also assists with firming and tightening and toning the skin's muscle tissue. If you notice that the client gets a little bit rosy or a little bit reddened, that's completely normal to see that, and it's because of the stimulating effects of the paprika, which is a normal reaction, and it is not an allergic reaction. Now everybody kind of responds differently with the paprika. Some people get very red and very, the reddening is very, bright, but some people get hardly any. So it can depend on their resiliency, how tolerant they are. All right. So what I'm going to do to prepare to remove this is use a sponge. I'm going to dampen the sponge. And I'm also going to apply eye pads over the eye area to protect the eye from the product falling into the eyes. As we roll it off the skin, the product will ball up, attaching to dead skin cells and falling away. So you'll actually have physical balls of product rolling around on the face. So we want to avoid it from getting into the eye area. So I'm going to dampen my sponge. I'm going to wring out the excess. And we're going to use the sponge versus my finger to help roll the product off the skin. Simply use your free hand to hold the skin tight and taut, and then use your dampened sponge to roll the product off the skin. You notice that I just went to the jawline with the product instead of all the way onto the neck. And the reason is because we don't want to gommage the neck area. It becomes a little bit red and blotchy, a little too easy. We don't want to create blotchy skin. We increase circulation, but we don't want to create it to be blotchy. The reason why we're holding that skin tight with the free hand is in order to make it more comfortable for the client. And we're not pulling and stretching the skin and disrupting the elasticity. You want to gommage until you notice that you have all the areas that you covered the product with clear of the product. There may be slight areas or areas that have a slight amount left over, but you should be able to remove most of it effectively with the sponge. And you will still have to use a dampened, moistened face towel to remove the excess that has kind of fallen around on the face or onto the décolleté area. All right, looks very good. We're going to remove the residue with the face towel. Okay, so you can remove the eye pads. You can also remove the tissue. So you have a nice clean bed behind the neck. And then just take out a damp face towel. And remove the residue of the product. She has a little bit of rosiness to her skin, so we did get a little bit of circulation stimulated, which is healthy. Blood flow is very healthy for helping to deliver nutrients to the cells and also aid in detoxification. And we're going to tone the skin again in order to balance the skin's pH. Now the exfoliator that we used was a little bit slightly alkaline. So we're going to use our toner again to help balance the skin's pH using the rosehip toner. And also to help you remove the granules, if you still have any leftover stuck to the skin, use a piece of tissue. Just spread a hole in the middle of the tissue so she can breathe for the nose and the mouth. And then press your dry piece of tissue to the skin that is still damp. And it'll help to pick up some of the leftover granules from the product. And then you can do a little blot. Pat and blot. It'll help to pick up some of those balls. And now you're ready to begin your facial massage. We will do our facial massage first prior to any extraction work, and all of our Alike facials, we do them the same way. I'm going to apply steam during this massage. It enhances the effectiveness of my massage cream, and it can also help keeping the pores nice and soft and open for any extraction work, for cleaning out open pores or comedones, clogged pores that you may need to clean out on the client. We're going to do our massage with the keratin massage cream that we were talking about earlier in the PowerPoint presentation. This contains calendula and lavender, and also shea butter and coconut oil, which are some wonderful moisturizing properties. It also has the tightening and lifting and firming ability because of the flaxseed. But the aromatherapeutic benefit of the keratin massage cream, it'll help to enhance relaxation and de-stress the client. So I'll use about approximately a teaspoon to begin with, and typically that's all the product that I need. I never find that with this product I have to reapply or it ever dries out on the skin, which is really nice to have a product that does that, that you don't feel like you have to keep reapplying more product. Spread the cream all over the décolleté, neck, and face. And begin your massage with relaxing massage movements on the shoulders, the neck, and the décolleté area. Loosening the tension around the shoulders and the neck helps relax the client and also releases the tension in the muscles on the facial area. going to start some petrissage massage, firming and lifting the muscles under the mandible, from the chin to the earlobe. And this will provide a very nice lifting and tightening and firming benefit for those muscles on the neck, and the chin, and the jawline. Moving up to the zygomatic arch area, from the nostril to the temple. Walking across the forehead to complete the petrissage massage on the other side of the face. From the chin to the earlobe. And up to the zygomatic arch. The nostril to the temple. Massaging the upper and the lower lip with figure eights that come under the chin and across the lip, upper and lower lip. This is called a swan massage movement. Finish off my firming movements with a full circle and a half circle effleurage massage. And walking across the neck area and the décolleté to repeat the effleurage movements on the other side. And remember, the steam is optional. You don't have to use steam. But again, it will create a more effective extraction segment of the facial for you. Going to complete a series of rolling movements next, beginning through the center of the face, beginning at the triangularis muscle. Corner of the mouth, rolling at the laugh line, and then up the nasolabial fold, the side of the nose. I'm going to repeat that 3 times total. This is really good wrinkle ironing movements for the chin and the mouth area. Walk across the cheeks, continuing rolling from the center of the face to the hairline. Over the forehead, continue with rolling movements on the other side of the face at the triangularis muscle. Corners of the mouth, and the laugh line. And then up the nasolabial folds. And then the rolling movements with a series of strokes on the cheeks, walking from the inside of the face to the hairline. Snuggling at the cheek area. We will end the rolling movements with a full circle, half circle effleurage. The half circle begins to lift at the chin this time around. And we'll walk across the décolleté and the neck, adding in several extra strokes on our way across, and firming and lifting the neck muscle tissue. And with the effleurage, half full and half circle again on the opposite side. Half circle begins on the chin, lifting at the chin. And we'll complete the massage with eye movements, relaxing eye movements. Working on the horizontal lines on the forehead, massaging those out. And then work with your thumbs on the corrugator muscle in between the eyebrows. This is great for any vertical lines that show up in between the brows. And then with your middle fingers from the inner corner of the brow to the outer corner of the brow, picking up the brow, walking to the outer corner. Rolling movements of the crow's feet. And then inward and outward circles with your fourth finger, gently massaging in towards the inner corner of the eyebrow and out towards the outer corner of the eyebrow. The brow of the opposite side. Massage at the corner of the eye. And half circles under the eye area. Piano movements that complete the eye massage, stopping at the temples. Circles on the cheeks, stopping at the zygomatic arch, and stimulating pressure points. Circles on the sides of the cheeks and then stopping at the sides of the nostrils. Last piano movement will end with compression on the forehead. Gentle compression. Also end with massaging the earlobes or a nice gentle scalp massage. Remove the massage cream with a face towel. After removing the massage cream, you'll proceed with extractions if necessary to do them. And when you perform your extractions, glove your hands and wrap the hands with cotton that's soaked in toner. And then after the extraction process, you can use the toner to cleanse the pores and even out the pores. And then proceed with high frequency, which would be best to help to prevent bacteria buildup. It also helps to soothe and calm the skin after the extractions. It'll also help with penetration of a treatment. And you could use our liposomic gel serums with your high frequency if necessary. Okay, and then next we'll apply the phytoestrogen gel mask. This is the phytoestrogen gel mask. You would apply a teaspoon amount of the mask. I'll apply this all over the face area and the neck. Again, this product will help with elasticity problems. It also helps with breakout problems associated with hormonal imbalance as well. To increase the effectiveness of the mask, I'm going to apply a moistened compress so that way the nutrients are active longer on the skin. It will prevent the mask from oxidizing and drying out, and when that occurs, the nutrients can die off faster. This will also allow deeper penetration and absorption of the product. It'll provide an occlusive barrier to trap body heat in as well. I dampened a pre-cut moistened mask. You can also use aesthetic wipes as well, like the 4x4s, and just spread those out. Like about 2 of them is appropriate. That's all you need. We're going to press this into the mask. And this is the same material as those cotton aesthetic wipes. It's just a pre-cut mask. Just helps with faster application. Then I will take a dry face towel. You can use this at room temperature, or it can be preheated in the towel cavity. Either way works just fine. And wrap this right over the mask. Tuck it in at the top so it is secure, and you have a little hole for the mouth and the nose. And we'll leave this on during the affecting period, and during that time, do a hand and arm massage while she relaxes in the mask. You can introduce a product that will enhance the phytoestrogen benefits on the body with the Grape Stem Cell Solutions Body Lotion. You can also add the Firming Grapeseed Body Oil. This will also enhance slip and nutrient penetration. The molecular weight of the oil will help to draw in the nutrients deeper and faster to the skin cells. And it'll also enhance phytoestrogen benefits with the grapeseed. There's also jasmine oil, which tightens and tones the skin. And there's also mandarin oil, which provides a wonderful, beautiful aromatherapy. I love to mix the oil and lotion together because the texture is really, really nice. It also introduces a couple of body treatments that you can talk to the client about utilizing at home after bath or shower. You can also follow any of the body wraps and treatments with the lotion and oil as well. Perform a very nice relaxing arm and hand massage. We're massaging the forearm and the hand next. If you include all parts of the arm, bicep, tricep, the forearm, hand, and also the fingers, even in the back of the neck, the trapezius and also levator scapula, you create a really wonderful experience for the client where they feel like you pampered them, and that will keep them coming back for your facials. Now again, check with your state board law if you can touch the shoulders and the neck. In some states, estheticians are not allowed to touch the shoulders, the trapezius muscles, so you just have to check with your state law. Around, perform the massage on the other hand. I'm using about 4 to 5 pumps for her massage and just a couple drops of the oil. You wrap her arm across the abdomen area. You can open up the back of the shoulders and the neck so you can easily reach that part of the body. After completing the relaxing arm and hand massage, and you'll prepare to remove the mask. Remove the outer towel, the dry towel. And then you'll want to remove the moistened compress, starting on the forehead and then rolling it down towards the chin, moving in a parallel direction with her body. This will also help you with easier removal of the product because, as you know, we use all pulps, no extract, which includes the skins and the seeds along with the juices. So some of our products have a lot of texture and tend to be a little bit chunky. So the moistened compress will really assist and aid in your faster removal and more comfort for you and the client. There will be somewhat increase in circulation because of the paprika and the mask. So you're going to find the client may look a little bit rosy when you take the mask off. And that's completely normal to see that. Following the facial, you can use sun protection that helps to even out the color tone, and it will also fade after usually about an hour. That rosiness doesn't last all day or anything like that. Normalizes within about an hour. Or less even, so it can go away faster than an hour. All right, so we're ready to hydrate her skin. And the first product we're going to use is the phytoestrogen serum. This contains the same properties as the mask and the moisturizer, with clovers, flaxseed, hops, and yucca, and also paprika. So instantly firming and lifting and tightening the skin. It comes in a 1.2 ounce bottle of liposomic gel serum that aids in the active nutrient penetration. And all it takes is just one pump of serum to apply directly to clean skin. And you would use this product daily, every day, either on its own for oil-free hydration or with a moisturizer for normal, dehydrated, or dry skin. And next I'm going to apply St. John's Wort Eye Contour Cream, a very instantly lifting, tightening, anti-aging cream that defines the eye contour area. St. John's is a very healing herb, so it has anti-inflammatory properties as well, and toning and tightening properties. Use about a half a pea size, is all that's needed. It's also a multifunctional cream that you can use on the neck or on the mouth for lifting and firming and anti-wrinkle properties, and it also is used as an anti-stretch mark cream, like especially during pregnancy around the belly area. So those bring some really fun added benefits and added value to the product when it's being retailed. Gently tapping from the outside of the eye to the inner corner. And you can also go in between the eye, brow bone, under the upper eyelid. All right. After serum and eye cream, we'll put on the phytoestrogen moisturizer. This is an intermediate textured moisturizer, great for normal to dehydrated skin. Again, if you're oily and increase oil production of overactive sebaceous activity due to the hormonal imbalance, then I would just skip the moisturizer and go straight to the sun defense in order to regulate oil production. Just a pea-size amount is all that's needed. Massage this into the face and the neck area. If you have somebody who's very dry, very oil deficient, truly oil deficient, and water deficient. This is not enough moisture for them. You can also use the Great Stem Cell Solutions Rich Moisturizer, or you can even enhance and boost the effectiveness of the phytoestrogen moisturizer with Q10 serum. Q10 serum also has phytoestrogen properties with grapeseed oil. It also has evening primrose oil and marjoram oil. It's a wonderful aromatherapeutic benefit, but there's antioxidant boosting properties to protect the cells from premature aging and also the hormone balancing effects of the grapeseed. And you can simply just pump a pump of the oil into your phytoestrogen moisturizer to increase moisturizing benefits for someone very oil deficient. So that's also an option as well. You can also do a longer massage on the skin with that oil, depending on your time frame or your time management in your facial, if you have enough time to do that. I'm going to finish the hydration step with the Cool Mint lip balm. This is kind of a nice, we have 3 different lip balms, the lemon, citrus, and also the cinnamon. The cooling mint kind of is nice because it counteracts all the little bit of the spiciness that we've been doing during the whole facial. It's also enhanced with antioxidant benefits from beta-carotene from the ingredients. Grapeseed is also a key ingredient in the lip balm, and it also is very soothing for dry, cracked, or chapped lips. Next, I'm going to apply the tomato suntan gel, which is a sun protection for physical sunblock titanium, also the antioxidant benefits of tomato, lycopene, beta-carotene, vitamin C and E, and it's also considered to have high phytoestrogen benefits as well. It's in a cream gel formula, so it goes on creamy, but then finishes light and lightweight and gel and a matte finish. So it's easy to layer over the top of your moisturizer. It's very comfortable. Protection from UV radiation and antioxidants that protect from the UV radiation, also the physical protection from microdized titanium. And we're all finished with the phytoestrogen facial. She looks wonderful. Now, with the information that you were given earlier between learning about the differences between the different types of hormonal imbalances, you are able to have a little bit more information now to be able to understand some of the causes and then what the symptoms look like. And then just be able to associate it with and identify the right type of hormonal imbalance, and then decide what type of products would be correct and appropriate for that client's skin. And then also, when we overviewed the product knowledge, we have solutions for every hydration level that has hormonal imbalances, also to address premature signs of aging, but also to address periodical breakouts as well that are associated with the hormonal imbalance. We're able to treat the skin properly and effectively and safely with these products from Ilika Organic Skincare and the phytoestrogen facial. So if you would like to review this webinar, it is recorded, and you can find us on our YouTube channel. So check us out on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you at our other future webinars. Thank you so much. Have a great day.